I think this living room needs a ceiling fan, especially considering how hot it gets in the summer in St. Louis. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you the CHANFOK 20-inch smart ceiling fan. Oh, wow. It is so lightweight. Ooh, this is fancy. I really like that clear and that black finish. Look at that. And look at the blades. There are 5 plastic blades in here. And I believe this has a winter and summer mode. So that acts as a fan and also as an exhaust fan. Okay, so here's our components right there. And also the power information. Looks like the connection wires and the safety wire. Okay, should be pretty basic. And it looks like it also comes with this mounting bracket, so that's pretty much straightforward. There's an adapter for that. Okay, and let's see what else is in here. It looks like you have all the necessary components. Okay, the manual, and of course the remote. And there's also a downloadable to your app too, so you can control it with your phone or with the remote. I do have a suggestion and tip, and that's to strip the wire so it has longer connection. Otherwise it's going to be harder to use the wire caps and connect the wires together. So if you have a wire stripper, this is when it comes in handy. As with any electrical work, turn off the main breaker. Alright, I have the breaker turned off to the house. Now I'm getting to remove the old lights. So a quick tip about this type of light fixture: you basically unscrew it, remove the glass cover, and there are 2 screws that holds it up, and then I can remove the whole thing. So here is the setup. Looks like a little bit more complicated, and looks like they use these new type of caps. Okay, so of course it's just the typical white and black, positive and neutral wiring, and there should be a ground. So I have the wiring disconnected. There you see it, the white and the black, and I was surprised the ground wasn't used in this original lighting. I'm getting ready to install the new bracket. I'm planning on removing this because these 2 screws will go in here, but because I need to fit the wiring through here, and these new push-in wire connectors will not fit through here. You don't want it laying out in the open, so I'm gonna have to remove this. The wires are still long enough to go through here, the hose. I have the bracket installed, the screws installed. You don't have to worry about being concentric with the original hole, because see this round thing right here is going to cover up this whole hole, so there will be no bare hole showing. Okay, next step is to mount the safety lock pin on this opening right here, this hook. Okay, it supports the weight fine. Now we're going to connect the white to white, black to black. Okay, and then put the wire caps on, wire connectors. Okay, I reused the wire connectors because it's stick wires. Pull electrical tape just as a backup. Now I'm going to put it on, and then we're going to screw in the 4 screws. Okay, you simply line up the hose with that, so it goes in real easy. Fit the wires inside here. Okay. All right, all 4 screws are in. The light looks good. It's just slightly wobbly, but it should be fine. We'll test that out when we turn it on. Looks pretty much flush. Installation was a breeze. It took about 30 minutes with the help of my dad. It definitely helps with another person to hold up the fan, connect the wires, especially if they're short. Okay, so the breaker is on, the light switch is on. Let's go ahead and use the remote to power it on. Here's a light function. Oh, that is beautiful. I really love that ring aura with the black finish. It really gives off a very cool look. Wow, it definitely looks a lot more modern with this ceiling fan update. So let me go ahead and turn on the fan right here. Okay, number one, turn it on. There we go. Number one for the fan. Okay, that's the lowest, and there are 6 settings. Let me take it up a notch. I don't notice any shaking. 5, 6. Oh, yeah. So this is a summer mode, otherwise known as a fan, and you can do a reverse in the winter mode. But in order to do that, of course, it has to do a complete stop. So I just press that, okay? It has to stop the motor first because it's spinning in one direction. Think about that. So it looks like it's spinning in a clockwise direction. Now it's going to activate the counterclockwise, which is the kind of like an exhaust or the winter mode, sucks up air. Okay? Yeah, so you put a paper right, it's going to suck it up. Okay? Alright, so that's the fan. Let's go ahead and turn that down. Alright, now let's go ahead and go to the dimming function. I'm going to go to, hold it down the button. Let's see if it takes down to the dimmest level. I believe that is the dimmest right here. And this is the more natural light too. So let's take it up to the highest brightness. Okay. There you see, that is plenty bright. Alright, now let me change the color temperature wheel. Okay, so take it up. That's more like a blue light. I believe that's 6500K warmth. Okay, now take it down to a more natural light. This is the 2700K. Depending on what your mood is or which light you prefer, you select that. Okay, you can turn the light off automatically. Okay, turn it back on. Turn off the fan. And then you have the 1 and 2 hour timer. And also this is the temperature. This is for the app where you repair it. So we'll get to that now. Alright, so you can search for the Tuya app. It's called Tuya Smart. Looks like I already have a couple of devices in here. Now I'm getting ready to add the device. So I am going to add the device, but of course it has to be in the pairing mode in order to do that. It looks like there are a couple options. You can do a light switch one, but I'm going to hold down the temperature on the remote button for 5 seconds until it blinks. See, it's blinking. It's going into pairing mode. And it found it right here. So what I'm going to do is add. And then you enter Wi-Fi information. I just got done adding it. That was quick. Okay, and there you have it. All right, so let me walk you through the app function. All right, so you can turn it on. It's on right now. See, let's turn it to the summer mode. Speed, you can gain access to that a lot faster than, of course, it has to come to complete stop like I mentioned before. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it up to the highest speed right there. You can what's this, mode? Okay, and then you have the lamp switch. Turn it off, turn it on. The brightness you would get directly as opposed to holding. So a little bit faster with the app. And of course the temperature right here. Very cool with the app. You can even schedule your fan to turn on and off according to time in the day. That is awesome right there. A lot more functions with this. And DP swing, I assume that means less vibration. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay, but it's there. And let's see what's this right here. This is some device information. And yes, this is compatible with Alexa and Google Assistant, which unfortunately we don't have. Right, so that's the app control. Very cool. So a correction. Actually, I think the DP swing means a variation of different speeds, because I can hear it go into lower mode, see? And then increasing it to a higher mode. Okay, I just realized that. That's cool. I'm absolutely falling in love with this fan. It makes the living room a lot more modern, and it's going to help cool down the temperature of the room in the summer and help circulate the heat in the winter. And especially if you have a humidifier going, it helps spread the moisture in the room. I love all the controls you can have with the remote, whether you use the remote or the app. There are a lot of options to choose from, making this the ideal ceiling fan and light combo. How do you like it, Dad?
It's very beautiful.
Dad and Mom approved. So if you're looking for the perfect ceiling fan for all of your cooling or circulation needs, definitely give the CHANFOK brand a look.